Some days, the most honest thing that I can do for myself is to listen to the sound of my heart beating. In the morning, right before I wake, right before reality seeps its way through to remind me of this thing called surviving, there is a brief moment before I open my eyes when the only sound I hear is the soft snore of my puppy, peaceful at the edge of my bed, and the loud, persistent comfort of my beating heart. I wonder, is this what freedom sounds like? I watch young white boys get their driver's permits like awards that celebrate the mediocrity they will shine on for the rest of their lives. Thumbs carved in colonial tradition, learning only ignorance is second language, speaking of the legality of the back door while lining the gates at the front with guns aimed at black and brown children. This country is not a nation of immigrants. It is a land that was imagined on the genocide of native humans, built on the backs of slaves, and devised to hold the heads of minorities underwater while still forcing us to breathe. The life of an immigrant woman is not for the faint-hearted. It requires years of practice walking on eggshells around your own existence, testing the pain tolerance of your own skin, looking around your own home to see if anyone's watching when you kiss your lover, watching over your shoulder when dancing at a nightclub, hoping that you don't accidentally speak your beloved first language at an airport. I wonder if I'll ever hear my heartbeat without trying. Perhaps this is what freedom sounds like. Millions of hearts across the world beating harder every day. I wonder if this is why mothers of dead children cradle their heads to their chest, so the last thing their souls will hear is a steady beat of a mother's heart over the deafening sound of a racist bullet. I wonder if the founding fathers held their palms over their hearts when taking the Pledge of Allegiance to drown out the humanity of their heartbeats. I wonder if faith leaders rely on their heartbeat to give them rhythm when reciting prayer so they can drown out the sound of hate. I know that my heartbeat gets louder with every line of this poem because my word is my everything. I know that an activist speaks from their heart no matter how afraid their mind is. I know that no wall will ever keep our community away from us as long as our hearts are. I know this fight won't end in my lifetime. This legacy has outgrown its roots, but decades from now, when this country elects to its highest office a queer, transgender, hijabi Muslim woman of color who came to this country undocumented, ran her whole campaign on her history of being a sex worker, partnered with a gender non-conforming woman of color who raises pit bulls as children. I know then we will hear the future of their heartbeats beating loud and clear, sounding well over the history of white supremacist patriarchy, and none of us will ever forget where we came from. Good afternoon, Tampa! So when our black transgender hijabi Muslim sibling of color is elected to the highest office of this land, I know every one of us will be out on the streets partying all night. Yes? But the real question is, what the hell did we do to get her there? Because that is our responsibility. What did we do to clear the way of hatred and bigotry? To clear the way of transphobia, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, xenophobia, socioeconomic phobia, all the people that hate poor people? What are we going to do to bring her to the place that she can't be, to safely run for that office? That is yours and my responsibility. That is why it's so important to have all the organizations that we have here today, because that gives every single one of us multiple opportunities and not a single damn excuse to take action to make that day possible. Right? So keep that in mind as we march today. Keep that in mind as we go forward in this month, in this week, in this day, in this year, in this lifetime. Know that democracy is everyday work, and we are the only ones who can get her there. So let's get it done, folks. Let's get it done.